The time now, it's 7 o'clock in the morning time on this Monday morning, August 11th, 2014 on a Monday morning. Time now for the What a Magician PJ Wiggins, the Ball Report. Monday morning, August 11th, 2014. Good morning to you all this lovely Monday morning. Here are current conditions at 7 o'clock in the morning time here in Northwest Michigan County. Temperature of 59 degrees on temperature wave, first skies, humidity 93%, wind speed is calm barometer 30.15 inches, dew point about 57 degrees, and a visibility of 10 miles. Alright, let's take a look at our radar scope, and it shows a lot of spotty rain showers in eastern portions of Nova Scotia and southeastern portions of Prince Edward Island here. And we're seeing a couple of lines of rain showers from western Michigan and then down for northeastern Illinois, and down for northern Indiana, and down for Ohio, West Virginia, and the Virginias. And a line of rain showers and storms in western portions of Kentucky, down for Kentucky, down for Virginia, and down for the western Carolinas, and a line of spotty rain showers off of the northeastern North Carolina and off the South Carolina Georgia coastline here. And spotty rain showers on the I-75 corridor from Tampa down for Tallahassee and stretching down for the Gulf of Mexico and down for the southern and north central Louisiana. A lot of rain showers and storms from northwestern portions of Mississippi down for central Arkansas, down for southern Oklahoma, and northern Texas, and down for southern portions of New Mexico here. And spotty rain showers in southwestern portions of Arizona and northwestern portions of Arizona, down for southern Nevada, down for east central portions of California, and the northeastern portions of California here, and central portions of California, and a line of rain showers off the western Oregon here. And a line of rain showers and storms for northeastern Minnesota, stretching up into Ontario here. Hatfield, Wisconsin. Good morning. It's 60 degrees with hazy skies. And take a look at the Minneapolis St. Paul radar. And it shows the tail end of a leading showers and storms, which means spotty rain showers around Cheska, Shakopee, Ada Perry, and Sherwood, and Woodland. And St. Louis Park and spotty rain showers around Brooklyn Park, Mansfield, and Blade, and up in Anoka. And a lot of rain showers around Hugo. Take you down to the Chicago area, and it shows some lines of moderate bands of rain for the Chicagoland area and down for northwestern Indiana here. Alright, let's take a look at our satellite loop here. And it shows a line of clouds coming off the Carolina, Georgia, and Florida coastline. A line of clouds from Kentucky, Tennessee, down for the Carolinas, the Virginias, and stretching to the Great Lakes, and up in the northeastern Minnesota, up in Ontario, up in Quebec here. And a line of clouds from eastern Oklahoma, down for central Arkansas. A line of clouds from Mexico, down for the great southwest, and down for southern Nevada. And a line of clouds from northern California, and then up in Oregon, and down for several portions of Wisconsin. And a lot of clouds coming up the northern British Columbia, and up to Yukon, and up to Saskatchewan, and down for southwestern portions of Manitoba here. Okay, let's take a look at our map situation here. It's a stationary front from Oregon, stretching in Idaho, down for Montana, down for Wyoming. Cold front from Kansas, stretching in Iowa, down for Wisconsin, and a stationary front up in Ontario. And a cold front from southeastern New Mexico, down for Texas, Oklahoma, down for Arkansas, down for Tennessee, Kentucky. And a warm front from southern Ohio, down for West Virginia, down for the western Carolinas, and stretching down for Georgia and not to see here. And we got high pressure in northern New England, Gulf of Mexico, southern Colorado, and northwestern North Dakota, and up to northern Manitoba here. And we got low pressure from southeastern Manitoba and northern Gulf of California and western Wisconsin. And a further from southern Nevada down for the Gulf of California here. And we have 66 degrees on temperature in Boston, at 74 in New York City, 70 in Washington, D.C., 72 at Atlanta, 79 in Miami and in Brownsville, 81 in Dallas, Texas, it's 67 out in Kansas City, 68 in Pittsburgh and Chicago, 72 out in Detroit, it's 68 out in Omaha and Minneapolis, 54 in Denver, 68 out in Salt Lake City, 90 in Phoenix, 69 in Albuquerque, 65 in Los Angeles, 62 in San Francisco, 86 in Las Vegas, 69 in Seattle, and 52 out in Great Falls, Montana here. Okay, let's take a look at our current conditions around the region here. We have 66 degrees on temperature in Boston, it's 59 in Pittsburgh, 57 in Bedford, 64 in Beverly, 66 in Gloucester, 63 in Worcester, 56 in Sturbridge, and 61 in Webster. 56 in Norwood, 55 in Taunton, 58 in Bedford, 63 in Plymouth, 63 in Providence, Provincetown in 63, 66 in Cape Cod Bay, 61 in Falmouth, 62 in Chatham, 57 in Martha's Vineyard, 64 in Nantucket, It's 68 out in Montauk. It's 66 in Islip, 6 out in New York City, 73 in Long Island, 66 in Bridgeport, 64 in New Haven, 62 in Meriden, 58 in Hartford and Wyndham, Zolox, and Springfield up in Everest, 59 in Greenfield, it's 54 in Pittsfield, 53 out in Northampton, 60 out in Albany, New York, 55 in Bennington, 50 in Brattleboro, Vermont, it's 54 in Keene, New Hampshire, 55 in Chaffey, New Hampshire, 59 in Concord, New Hampshire, 58 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 58 in Nashville, New Hampshire, 60 out in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Here. Alright, let's take a public discussion around the country. An unusually heavy rain below normal temperatures over the eastern United States. And unusually active weather pattern will bring wet and cool conditions in the eastern United States. One area of low pressure in the Great Lakes and another developing in the southeastern United States. This one and this one is moving up the coast and will combine to produce numerous showers and thunderstorms. In advance of the lows that also do the trail front across the southeast and lower Mississippi Valley. Heavier showers that are expected across the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes today, then moving into the Mid-Atlantic and New York Tuesday. Another area of concern today is over the previously impacted wet areas of the southeast coastal plain. Stationary front extended from the Atlantic into the southeast will be the focus of more showers than today and tonight. In the west, an upper level trail approach to the west coast Tuesday will spark showers and thunderstorms across the Pacific Northwest and persistent moisture across most of the Great Basin and the southwest with precipitate water and a 1 to 2 standard deviations above normal will offer scattered to locally numerous showers and storms across the region today, Tuesday. Forecast discussion here around New England here and it shows while fair weather will isolate that shower thunderstorm is possible today, a slow moving and complex low pressure system will bring wet weather into the region Tuesday night and Wednesday. Night gradually improving and trend that expected in the weekend and fog across the Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard should rail during the morning period as winds increase out of the southeast and daytime heat promotes boundary layer mixture. The same can be said for isolated areas across the interior New England where shallow ground fog has developed. Morning lows are bottoming out around the mid-upper 50s with a cool spots over the northwest interior as well as a good radiant spots such as the southeast Massachusetts including Martha's Vineyard. For today, mid-level wind builds from the west as the surface high pressure shifts to the east allowed for a return to south flow of warm, humid air, and while it may appear that its ability to build across the region will increase in the humidity, the region will find itself being the influence of a dry subsidence inversion and sinking air, and it is possible that in the areas of convergence such as along sea breezes or Atlantic flow, turns mountain upset short-lived convection may develop. Think about that mid-afternoon otherwise feel it would be a fair day with scattered broken cumulus clouds. We'll continue with slight change pops trends across the interior for us. Showers and thunderstorms some caution as noted by the previous forecast. Model QPF output may be done overdone. A consequence of instability burst, which is believed to be likely by the broader synod patterns sinking there. Otherwise, has about a mid-80s across the interior wall. Cool up along the shorelines with anticipated sea breezes again feel much to the region. Appearance fair and dry over, but there will be isolated chance for spot showers and storms there. Okay, let's take a look. Let's look at the latest of the topics here. Shower activity has decreased and associated with a broad area of low pressure located a couple hundred miles south of the Cape Verde Island. Some gradual development of the system is still possible. In a few days after it encounters a more conductive environment while it moves westward about 15 miles per hour, formation chance for 4 hours. Low near 0% formation chance for 5 days. Medium about 30%. Here. And our tropical weather outlook here. Large area cloudiness and showers extended a few hundred miles southeast of Acapulco, Mexico, associated with a tropical wave. Strong upper level winds are expected to limit significant development of the wave during the next couple of days. After that time, however, development conditions are expected to become more conductive and tropical depression is likely to form later this week while the system moves generally west-northwest with a 10 to 15 miles per hour. Formation chance for 40 hours, low to 10% formation chance for 5 days, high 70% here. And the latest on Julio here, it's It's Hurricane Julio. It's 80 mile per hour. Wind gust. Same location, 25.9 to the north, 154.2 to the west. There, maximum winds 80 miles per hour. Movement northwest about 9 miles per hour. It's moving in the northwest. And creeping down in the northeast as a post-up little depression here. And Julio passing well northeast of the main Hawaiian Islands here. And there are no coastal waters affected at 11 p.m. Hawaiian time. The center of Hurricane Julio was located in 225.9 to the north. Longitude 154.2 to the west, and Julio is making towards to the northwest near 9 miles by 15 kilometers an hour. Julio is expected to curve toward the north for the next 48 hours. Max sustained winds are near 80 miles by 130 kilometers an hour with higher gusts. Some weakenings forecast during the next 48 hours. With weakening to a tropical storm by Monday night, and hurricane force winds extend up to 30 miles per hour, 45 kilometers from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 120 miles, 195 kilometers an hour. The estimated minimum central pressure is 96 millibars or 29.12 inches. And large cells generated by Hurricane Julio will produce higher surf along east face of shores of the most high now on Monday. Okay, let's take a look at our tropical storm Genevieve, wind speed 65 miles per hour, wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour, northwest. Moving in the northwest there. Okay, let's take a look at today's highs. We will see a few isolated showers of storms, but otherwise a beautiful day in Tap, high about 73 in Nantucket, 75 along the coast, 75 to 85 for much of the region here. And a stormy weather for the middle of the week, a slow moving front will bring the possibility of heavy rainfall and isolated thunderstorms late Tuesday night and Wednesday. Localized urban flooding is possible. Small streams, isolated wind damage, even a short-lived tornado. And during the day, Wednesday. Same for monitor the latest forecast over the next few days. You can monitor the Peter Channel reports of the Weather Magician for updates on the Wednesday washout here. Okay, let's take a look at our view from the outside here. A view from the outside here. And it shows a glorious day on tap here. Beautiful weather in store today. Alright, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For today, most of the sun's got high near 84 degrees. Light south wind increase of 5 to 9 miles per hour in the morning. Tonight, parts of God's got low 6 degrees and southward about 3 to 7 miles per hour. For Tuesday, most of the sun's got high near 80 degrees and light south wind increase at 8 to 13 miles per hour in the morning. Thursday night, chance of showers before midnight, then rain likely rain after 3 hours. Most God's got low 66 degrees and southeast wind about 8 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 6%. New perseverance between a quarter and half an inch possible. Wednesday, rain possibly a thunderstorm. Some of the storms will say rain. 175 degrees at southeast, wind about 8 to 10 miles per hour. Gust size 29 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 80%. With that, rain and thunderstorms like before 1 a.m. and a chance of rain and some storms produce heavy rain. Most God's got low 62 degrees and chance of precipitation is 6%. Thursday, most of the sun's got under 66 degrees on Thursday night. Most of the coast got low 56 degrees on Friday. Most of the sun's got under 66 degrees on Friday night. Podcast got low 57 degrees. And Saturday, sun's got under 78 degrees. Saturday night, most of the coast got low 59 degrees. And for Sunday, most of the sun's got under 81 degrees. Peters, what a phrase of the day. A spectacular, marvelous Monday to start off your work week here. Peter Channel News time, 7:14, time and a half for a little traffic report here, and Southeast Expressway on the northbound side, a little slow from the Braintree split down to the Mossy Boulevard here, and 128 South 93 north, a little slow from 37 Braintree to the split, Route 3 north slow from Derby Street up into the split, 24 on the northbound side, a little slow from Harrison Street and Avon up into 128 in Randolph, 95 northbound, a little slow from Norwood all the way down to 128 in Kenton, 120 on the northbound side, a little slow from 130 in Kenton all the way down to 135 in Needham. And 120 on the southbound side, a little slow from Wakefield all the way down to Lexington. 93 south slow from Medford all the way down through the Tippecanoe Tunnel on the southbound side. Southbound side of the Route 1 also from Route 16 in Revere all the way down to the Torma Bridge due to some left lane closed on Torma Bridge due to road construction southbound between Chelsea Curves and Torma Bridge tolls. 3939 5 mile line 5 from 120 to the red out for the New Hampshire border here, and 495 mile line 5 from Amesbury all the way down through Buzzards Bay, except a little slow spot of 495 on the northbound side near King Street in Franklin here, so trust us next one, but otherwise you're good to go in 495, 95, 24, 3, a mile in from 120, and 195 mile fine from Providence down for Wareham and all the Worcester and Providence highways a mile fine, and Route 2 on the eastbound side a little slow from Harvard all the way down to Littleton to next to the Route 2 on the eastbound side. Your Route 110 in Harvard, but otherwise a smooth sailing commute to start your Monday morning here. Peter Cello News time, 7:15. It's time now for the Peter Cello News Morning Report on this August 11th, 2014. Good morning, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. It is what's happening in the Peter Cello News here. Our top story at 7 o'clock is the protesters confronted police during an impromptu rally on Saturday to protest the shooting of Michael Brown, 18 in Ferguson, Missouri, as an officer-involved shooting left an 18-year-old man dead in the North St. Louis County town of Ferguson. Now, protesters escalated right last night. Multiple departments and Missouri Highway Patrol intervening. St. Louis County Police are running an investigation and shooting on behalf of Ferguson Police, and the FBI may get involved. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Haider al-Abadi, said in a tweet that a group of Shiite parties is close to nominating a new Prime Minister as pressure has risen on PM Nouri al-Maliki to step down. 3-day ceasefire takes effect in Gaza. UN officials warn of renewed fighting in Gaza if blockade isn't lifted. The West Bank gunmen shot dead in clash with police. On the dry mountain, he has this fight with the goats of raining water. In the distance, the lights of Islamic State checkpoints loom menacingly. Demi Lovato, the father stars in Tyler Oakley, all win big at the Teen Choice Awards in Los Angeles, and Tyler Posey, Demi Lovato, and Sarah Hyland pose at the camera. In Louisville, Kentucky, Rory McIlroy wins the PGA Championship. As go ahead, you can finally, after all these years, erase the 2000 championship from the saved program to the DVR. Yes, he's technically correct about the supermoon as a normal event, but he's also being a bit sick about everyone else, and now with a bright, slightly larger version of the moon that swung far across the sky Sunday evening, and I saw it last night, and it was beautiful, beautiful. Pro-Russia separatists said on Saturday that they were ready for a ceasefire with the Kiev government after increasing gains by Ukrainian forces up against rebel forces. Supporters celebrate the previous victory of the country's first direct presidential vote outside his party's headquarters in the Cairo Sunday. Politicians and Muslim communities leaders have labeled it sick and deplorable and shockingly evil, but Khaled Shah, however, believes Australia should simply forget about it. Photo of his young nephew heralded at the severed head of a Syrian soldier. U.S.-made military presence in Northern Australia. Place in Port St. Lucie, Florida, were found a 12-foot-long Burmese python in the bushes after several neighborhood cats were reported missing. If published as any sense, they would combine against the paperback and suppressing. Yes, George Orwell was such collusion in Amazon's message as Amazon picks out Orwell's latest ebook, Salvor Gets Hatchet. In Beijing, Asia stocks world's Monday as subdued Chinese inflation will be bought by Japanese markets on the latest easing the tension over Ukraine help offset unease about Iraq. The merger of the country is expected to be finished by the end of this year will create the largest energy infrastructure company in the North America with an 80,000-mile network and pipes that together will be long enough to circulate the Earth 3 times. The rumor being fueled by the news that the United States Patent and Trademark Office has released a patent application for the desktop version of the Surface MacBook. Jay Leno checks out the 2015 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat 707 horsepower as a with a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 engine, 707 horsepower, and 650 power torque. Chrysler's 2015 Dodge Hellcat is way more impressive. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sold but carry a big box office stick. Here, little known Canadian actor Isaac Smith and industry newcomer Chatrice Tarabaya have been respectively cast as producer Timbaland and rapper Missy Elliott in a new TV biopic based on the life of tragic R&B star Aliyah. Singer and songwriter duo Nico and Vince have stormed into the #1, becoming the first entirely Norwegian act in nearly 30 years to top the UK singles charts. Kings of Liliana have been postponed a concert after a drummer died from the following was injured in an accident on the band's tour bus. The men were en route to their hotel after a show in Boston when a pedestrian jumped in front of the vehicle. 30 Swiftly's NASCAR race as the 40s began at LS how his car struck a fellow driver. On Saturday, Michael Phelps checked out his time after finishing 6th in a 100-meter backstroke. In U.S. National, that said he was second in the Tour at IB, leaving it winless in the meet with wide luck to beat Michael Phelps to win the Tour at IB at U.S. Nationals. Kerry went straight to the 12 as the Atlanta Braves defeat that Washington Nationals. Here today, Sox have a day off. Tomorrow, this begin the 2-game series against the Cincinnati Reds. The new finders are expected to provide valuable insight with the fate of the oil during the first day after the accidental oil spill. In San Francisco this week, may prove high profit for Skywatcher Sunday night brings us supermoon with the full moon coincides with the moons close to the portion of the Earth during its elliptical orbit around us. The United States Top Disease Detective calls Ebola a painful, dreadful, merciless virus. The World Health Organization has declared the outbreak in West Africa an international emergency. Killed more than 900 people and spread it. Pioneered work created organ models aims to predict the human response to the protein in order to assess whether it is a suitable drug target. Here, let's take a look at a New England incident alerts here. A third alarm struck in Los 81 Broadfield Street, and San Martin Maine police are investigating. San Martin New Hampshire police are investigating shooting that left one person injured. According to reports, officers and first responders were dispatched at 228 Steel Hill Road approximately 9 p.m. Sunday night for a victim and a man shot several times in the leg. The suspect accused of shooting the victim was taken into custody near LaGuardia Airport. Investigators stated that the suspect also had serious injury to his arm. The victim and the suspect were taken to Lakes Region General Hospital. At this time, the suspect nor victim name has been released. Alright, let's take a look at our morning stock market report from CNBC.com here. Dow features 16,545, up 66. S&P features 1933, up 9 1/4, and Nasdaq features 396 1/4, up 22 3/4. And European market 9142.87, up 133.55 out of that. FTSE 6615.51, up 40.15. CAC 4179.63, up 31.82. In Asia, stock market is Nikkei 15130.52, up 352.15. Shanghai 2224.65, up 30.23, and HSI 24646.02, up 314.61. Stocks 16553.93 the Dow, up 185.66. SP 591.59, up 22.2, and Nasdaq 4370.90, up 35.93. Oil markets 97.71, up 0.006. Brent 104.85, down 17 cents, and natural gas 4.001, up 0.039. In the gold, 1311.10, up 10 cents. Silver 991 down 1 thousandths of a point, and copper 3.187, up 135 thousandths of a point. Here, in the bonds, U.S. 10-year yield 2.4311%, up 0.016. Germany 10-year yield 1.058%, up 0.004 thousandths, and Germany's 10-year yield 0.515, down 2 thousandths of a point. Here, and in the FX, European US dollar 1.3391 thousandths, down 0.019 thousandths. US dollar Japanese yen 102.8, up 4, and Great Britain pound US dollar 1.6777, up 0.005 thousandths. That's going to be it for the Period Channel News Morning Report on August 11th, 2014 on Monday. Perry J. wishing you have a good day with a good positive. I'll be seeing you at 5 o'clock with the evening report. There, have a good day.